What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Vision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out XRP, some say the king of altcoins. So, if you like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate it. So, as promised, I went through and I redid everything for XRP. I got rid of that Binance chart, that ugly freaking thing. And so, this is the setup for right now. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Overall, right, you have like your 1, 2, right? You got your 3, 4, and you got your 5. Okay, so you got your one wave. Okay, and now you have your A, B, C, and your 2 waves. Okay, I can draw this right here. You have like your A, B, C. That's your second wave. Okay, and now we're setting up for the third wave, right? The third leg, right? The third wave, the most impulsive part of the market, right? No one believes right now. Whole lot of despair, anger, a sense of betrayal, right? So, right, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and that's kind of what you see at the bottom of markets, right? I know I'm a traditional stock investor. I have my traditional stocks, but that's still present in traditional stocks as well. Not as evident, but it's still present. And so right now we do have a nice setup for XRP. I redid everything, right? We got the lows coming through here. We got a bounce. We got a bounce. Right? We got some bounces. We had I like you know this channel. I don't like perfect trend lines. I like capturing areas to the downside that are fake outs. And I like capturing areas to the upside that are fake outs, right? Kind of gives you the true picture, right? Not the picture that fits the ego, right? I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to have perfect trend lines. I'm just trying to overall picture what is going on. Okay, so as of right now, this is a little liquidation grab, right? And right, there's a couple ideas here, right? A couple ideas similar to XLM, right? You kind of got your 1, 2, 3, right? You're coming up in a 1, 2, 3 at your 4, and now you're setting up a 1, 2. You need a 3, you need a 4, you need a 5. That's one setup, right? That's one setup. The other setup that I think is actually happening, right? This is the other setup that I think is happening. So you have your 1, 2, 3. This is your 4th because it's on the daily. This is your 5th, right? Truncated 5th, and you're in a 1, 2. 1, 2, right? The reason why I think that I'll give a bias for that is because of macro events, right? Not strictly TA, right? Because I'm a big believer in, news affecting price, especially in crypto, right? In stocks, it's usually, either you're late, right? When you hear good news, you're already late. But crypto, I feel like you got to have that good news. You got to have that catalyst, right? People want bullish news. They want bullish CPI. They want bullish PPI. They want They want rate cuts. They want QT to end, right? You need printers to turn on, right? And so, because it's kind of the last of the last to be invested in, if I'm being honest. Typically, it goes like real estate, precious metals, S&P, traditional stocks, then large cap. So then you have like Bitcoin, right? You have your mainstays, you have your Bitcoin, you have Ethereum. I guess XRP would count as that. But overall, the crypto market is pretty down on the lower end of that, on the risk scale. And so I think, we're about to get rate cuts. That's a given. We're getting rate cuts in October. We're getting rate cuts in December. JP Morgan has hinted at QE beginning, right? QT ending, quantitative tightening, right? So the Fed is no longer going to shrink its the amount of dollars in circulation. They're going to expand, right? So they're going to be in an expansion phase. So yes, inflation unfortunately is probably going to tick up, and so having a traditional savings account, I just think is a lose-lose, right? Because you're going to lose out on inflation, and you're going to lose out on the potential of making money, right? Got to make your money work. And so I'm thinking we're going to get some kind of fake out, right? Some kind of fake out possibly a fake out. And I'm not talking about a close. I'm talking about like one of these, right? But then you still close up through here and go. That's what it's looking like, right? You got to make a decision by, I mean, this has a decision by Thursday. That's the date of the rate cuts. That's the date of the rate cuts, right? And so, yeah, it does look, I mean, this looks like a three-wave move, if I'm being honest. 1, 2, 3. That looks like a three-wave move, and it looks like this is a 1-2 to the downside. I'm just being honest, right? That's what it looks like. Okay, you got your A, B, C, and you got your 1-2, right? And so, you know, if I'm an XRP holder, I'm having 229 right here highlighted, right? If it breaks down below 229, and alarm bells should be kind of going off, right? Like, oh crap, here we go. Potentially going down to that 205 mark, and then potentially, I mean, potentially coming down to 177, potentially. So those are some areas to know, right? Areas to just have, you know, ready. I don't know why. I think I have it on the 4 hour. I don't know why I didn't go. I do. Can't always be perfect, right? The 4 hour, right? We're getting a different story. Oh wait, let me go back to the daily Fu Manchu and the RSI. Yeah, you're trying to break out right now. You're trying, right? We've done it before. That's why I like capturing fake outs, right? Kind of done it before. So is this the real deal, or is this another fake out, right? We lose this, we're more than likely we're going to start the fifth wave to the downside. And you're in a 1-2, you got to have a 3, you got to have a 4, and then you got to have a 5. That's how it goes, right? That's just how it goes. So yeah, I've been saying it for a while. This is kind of make or break, at least for the short term, right? Are we going to actually get something going? Are we going to actually move? This is the idea of that. Well, look at XYO. XYO is going crazy, 23%. I got a bird brain sometimes. I'm still drinking my coffee. Woke up late. 4 hour, right? Golden dot on the Fu Manchu. We do have momentum. We're up top on the stochastic. I would like to see more movement. If I'm being honest, I would like to see more movement with this, with momentum and above on the stochastic. Do we have, what's going on with this? From this low. Yeah, let's take that. Perfect. Perfect. This does look, I mean, this looks a lot better than XLM, if I'm being honest. You have like this movement like this, cupping into it, all right? I mean, that looks good. That's a bullish looking RSI. It's just, can you actually get through, right? I mean, it can look bullish all at once, but if it doesn't do what it looks like it's gonna do, it's crap. It's absolute crap. So, right, we're kind of getting a little bit of a stall. I'm curious to what stablecoin dominance is doing, but overall, yeah, that's what I got for XRP for the pattern, for the prices, right? The blue is obviously the October open. You got areas of resistance. Definitely need to break out and get above this high right here. So even if you come up and like do something like this, then go, that's fine, right? Because this will just be the first wave, right? So you need a 1-2. All right, so you got your 1-2, somewhat like this, right? Like a 1-2. So you need like a 3, something up through here, 3, 4, 5, and then you flag out, and then you go. Yeah, I mean, because this could, I mean, technically this is the low, so you could be like in a 1-2. I mean, technically you really could, because that's the low. It's just with that stupid wick, right? It makes everything difficult. You did have closes down below here, though, so I would say that's invalidated, right? I would say that's invalidated because you had the closes well below, right? At least right here, you still have an upward trajectory, right? You kind of got like a 1-2. You kind of got like a, if I'm being honest, you got like a 3-wave move, A, B, C, right, coming up for a 1-2, and you're looking for something like that. That's what it looks like to me, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC, 1, 2, 3, something like that, right? Something. That's what it looks like. If we're going over to stable, so that's XRP. That's what I got for XRP, right? Next level to get above is that 259 level, 260 level. Get above there, and really where's that 200-day moving average? At 263. So I'd like to get above and then maybe come down and then go like that, something like that, right? Get above some of these resistance levels, and that'll take this up through here. Because I mean, that looks a 20-day look. That 20 EMA looks like it's ready to cross above. So it looks like, right? Hey, cross your fingers, close your eyes. Let's go to stablecoin dominance. Stablecoin dominance, same concept as XLM's video, right? A pattern within a pattern. I've measured this out. This is about 6% from the low to the high. It's about 5.99, whatever, 5.99%, something like that. Same concept from here, from this to this. It's about 6.7%, right? So pretty similar, right? Pretty similar from the breakdown to the breakout. I do like capturing these, right? I like capturing these because it shows us as traders that, you know, it's if something breaks a trend line, it's not completely over, right? You got to see how it responds. And this does look like it's kind of, it looks like it wants to do this and then slam down. I mean, almost opposite of this. That's what it looks like to me, right? That's what it looks like to me. Right, you got, I mean, this is starting to look bearish. Starting to look bearish. I definitely want to see how it interacts with this area down here, because you got the 100 and you got the trend line where it already bounced and broke through. Right, so definitely need to get down under there. Maybe come up through here, right? Bounce off the 200, get up through there, and then come down. That's kind of the idea I have for stablecoin dominance, and that would align with interest rate cuts and everything like that. I mean, and it can come up like this. It can come up one more time, and then do that, right? Something like that. Because what is this? Yeah, the end of, yeah, like the end of. I mean, you have to make a decision by the day of the rate cuts. I mean, yeah, you have a green dot on the Fu Manchu, but look at the difference, right? You don't have momentum. This is kind of an ugly looking RSI. You broke down below the moving average. The last time we broke down, what do we have to do? We had to reject. So I do think we're going to try to come up and test and then reject. Up through here, when's the last time we broke down? Up through here, we broke down up through here, down here, you came up and rejected, then went down. Right, you came up, didn't, right, you broke back through above, had to come down, broke back up above. So it's, right now we're not out of the woods, it has to reject. We got to reject that moving average, and then we're looking good. I will say on the daily you have triple bearish divergence. I know it. I don't know how this thing is not at zero. I'm being honest. If this was XRP, XLM, it would be at negative $10 by now. Triple bearish divergence on the daily. Market makers aren't playing with that. They're tanking crypto. But since it's stablecoin dominance, right? Since it's stable coins, they're like, nah, we're going to make it look like it's bearish, and then we're going to go bullish. We're going to make it look bullish. We're going to send it bearish. All right? They're just evil people, dude. They're evil. And I'll never get off that soapbox, right? They're wicked people. We have lower high on RSI, right? Lower high, RSI, higher high on price on the 2-day. Super bearish divergence. I mean, bearish divergence on the 2-day. Bearish divergence. What'd we do? This was in February, right? Then this thing tanked, right? Bearish divergence on the 2-day. Bearish divergence, not even overbought. Where's some more bearish divergence on the 2-day? We're just looking for the 2-day bearish divergence. Boom, boom. Bearish divergence on the 2-day. What did we do? We tanked. I mean, I don't know what else this freaking chart needs to die. It's pretty much like a zombie. You just got to cut the head off the freaking zombie and then it's dead. Like straight up. We're back in this channel we drew freaking a while ago when we drew this. Probably back through here somewhere in late August, early September, we drew something like this. And so that's what I got for stablecoin dominance. All right, we're looking for a breakdown. I mean, do we got? No, we didn't. But it did bounce right off of that, which is nice. Kind of rejected that. Definitely got to get down below this moving average. So we'll see today how we close. And also got Bitcoin dominance. That looks bearish. That looks really bearish, especially on the RSI. All right, if you invert this RSI, look at that. What does that look like? That looks like you're like flagging out, right? You're just ready to do that. And FYI, it's inverted, so that means we're going down, right? It just looks bearish to me. That does look bearish. Right? You kind of got like a pattern like that where you're just kind of grinding up. One spike up and then came right back down into it. That's bearish, bearish, bearish. But will it actually mean anything? I don't know. I don't know. You got a green dot on the 2-day, right? You didn't really do anything with it. This overall price action is bearish, especially, right? You're rejecting the 200-day. You're rejecting the 200-day, like on point. You reject the 100, you reject the 200. It doesn't want to move up. This is being artificially pumped up. This is being artificially pumped up. You can just tell, right? This is not something that's normal. But you know what? I do think at this point, if it's not gonna die now, if it's not gonna die with this price action, I think it needs to come up and reject up here, something like this. I do. I think it needs to come up, reject, and then come down. At 50, this area, this 58.69, drew this a long time ago. We need to get down below through here. We do. We need to get down below through there. Until that, right now, it's tough to be a bull because of stablecoin dominance and Bitcoin dominance. But you know what? We're still bullish. We're still bullish because, you know, we got macro events and we do have this bullish setup. We have invalidation zones. And so if you like today's video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe for more. Leave a comment where you're tuning in from. Leave a comment what you think we're going to do, how you feel about the market, really anything, and I'll get back to you. As always, thank you for stopping by. Take it easy. Peace.